Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ivy Rivera, Psychic Medium, coming to you with your extended weekly horoscope for Sunday, April 7th to Saturday, April 13th. Now, if you want to join me for my weekly live show, it's called Ask a Medium. I take your personal questions and I give you your short scope for the week. That's going to be next Tuesday, the 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can find me at Ivy Angela Rivera. So, what is going on with you for the week? Let's get right into it. Taurus. On Sunday afternoon, there's a lot of dialogue here from your guides about how much control you're actually in. There's a lot of examination going on here about you having a desire to achieve more. And that's going to require some looking at your circumstances that are current and examining some potential for the future, because there would appear to be some real boxed in thinking that's been dictating the circumstances. There's talk more of this later on in the week. But on Monday, I want to say it's important in the morning and early afternoon that you're paying attention to any contact that your parents are trying to make with you, living or deceased, especially maternal energy. For many of you, you're going to be receiving visits from your parents that are deceased. Remember, that'll come through as a ringing in the ears, often an anxiety attack or perfusive sweating out of nowhere. Pay attention. The more you pay attention to them and you acknowledge them and you talk with them, the more messages you'll receive. For those of you who have living parents, make sure you call them, especially your mothers, okay, earlier in the day. There is some talk of a boss who would appear to have some hidden objectives. I'm seeing sneaky boss, sneaky business, and it almost makes me feel as though this person is having this entire inner dialogue that says there is nothing coming either for you or for the company or in terms of growth, but then is saying the polar opposite from that, or is almost not saying anything at all, but definitely is not correcting any type of misunderstandings with people. I think it's really important that you're looking at this situation and that you're following your gut, because this is an instance where, and no doubt this is something that your parents were trying to tell you earlier in the day, or have warned you about previously in life. This is an instant where you have to pay attention to your gut instinct and your intuition, because what's coming out does not match the actual energy. And it would be very unwise to blow your gut instinct off. On Tuesday, I have you being a little tied up in this theme. I have your kids wanting to play with you. I have people wanting to come and play with you and get you to interact more. And I have you wanting to do that, but feeling very out of sorts. It's important that you stay mindful. Don't get stuck in the past. I love that saying that says, you're stuck in the past, it causes depression and heaviness. If you're in the future, you have anxiety and nervousness. If you're in the moment, you will have more of a sense of peace. Believe it or not, it does work. Now, what you're going to have to do in this situation is to stop going so left brain and analyzing the heck out of it. It's more important that you would start actually manifesting. So what I want you to do is to create some concepts about what it is that you would actually like to see happening with your work and money and any other situations where you feel that there's been stagnancy and it's being threatened at this point, and visualize what you want to achieve. However, on Wednesday, I'm feeling like it's also important to talk to you about not fantasizing and living in that fantasy per se. You can manifest something and have positive thinking, but also be open to what's actually coming through. I have you questioning whether or not the circumstance will get better, and then out of nowhere comes a male energy. I don't say man or woman, I say masculine or feminine energy, okay? Now, when this masculine energy comes in, I want to say this person's a power player. I feel like there's charm there. He's quite enticing and would be able to sell any kind of a concept to someone. It's making you rethink your current position and analyze what changes you might want to make in going forward. On Thursday, it's all about getting lost in art and entertainment. So whether you love documentaries, you want to go to the theater, you love the ballet, whatever it might be, an art museum, concert. I want you to really dive into that and completely dissect, okay, from what your reality has been for a little while. It'll pick up your energy flow. There is someone coming into you on that day who needs some of your attention. And I get the sense that this person, even though they came to you and they were the one in need, that they may have a very special message for you and some guidance to give. So pay attention to who in the spirit world might be channeling through them directly and how exactly they can guide you in what you have going on. And don't hold back if you need to talk. On Friday, I would really highly recommend that you stay in, okay? And really this feels like a theme for the whole weekend. I'm getting the sense that this is not a great time to be spending, that this is a really good time to actually be strict with your finances, and that you may want to take that evening to spend some time restructuring how you spend and what your long-term financial goals are. There's a sense on that day of a lover coming into you, possibly someone that you've newly been dating. And for those of you who are married or in a long-term partnership, obviously this would be like your spouse. But when this person comes into you, they bring such a great sense of security and comfort that it's almost as though you start questioning who this really is to you. Is this more important than the average relationship? Why is this of so much value? Why does it feel so good? Because there's past life connection there and there's soulmate connection there, and it should be highly, highly valued. Explore it. On Saturday, I want to say that it's important that you're paying attention to patterns. I have ebbs and flows. I have highs and lows. I have positives and negatives. I have very sort of shallow, light humor, and then I have a lot of depth and deep and, you know, life and death and rebirth type topics going on. Enjoy the ride the waves, and analyze why exactly you're seeing and feeling the things that you are that day. It applies to your life. For those of you who've been trying to get pregnant, I do have doubles coming up, so we may be looking at conception with twins. And for those of you who are trying to accomplish something in your business, we may have 2 breakthroughs or a double circumstance coming through. But it's very much a day of cleansing also. Okay, guys, have a great week. I appreciate the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, and if you want to join me for Ask a Medium, again, that's going to be on Facebook Live and Instagram Live under Ivy Angela Rivera. And I'm taking your questions during that show, giving you your short scope. And that is on Tuesday the 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks. Have a great week.